Estimate the sine of 38 degrees correct to 5 decimal places. This will build on previous work, and so if you have not seen parts A and B of this section, please do so now. In those videos, what we saw is that for f of x is equal to the sine of x centered at a equals pi over 6, t sub 4 of x was equal to 1/2 plus square root of 3 over 2 times the quantity of x minus pi over 6 minus 1/4 times the quantity of x minus pi over 6 squared minus 3 over the square root of 12 times x minus pi over 6 cubed plus 1 over 48 times x minus pi over 6 to the 4th power. This is appropriate because, as we know, pi over 6 is 30 degrees, and we were asked for the sine of 38 degrees. 38 degrees is close to 30 degrees, and so this approximation is appropriate. A, however, was given to be pi over 6, which is in radians. So recall that 38 degrees times pi over 180 degrees is in radians. Then, for x is equal to 38 degrees, x minus pi over 6 becomes 38 degrees times pi over 180 degrees minus pi over 6. And since that equals x minus pi over 6, that expression will replace x minus pi over 6 in t sub 4. But it's also worth thinking about, is t sub 4 the correct polynomial? Do we need t sub 3? Do we need t sub 6? We're asked for the value to be correct to 5 decimal places. And so if we want to consider as t sub 4 the right Taylor polynomial, we note that we want the error r sub n of x to be less than, well, let's say less than 0.00001, right? That's our 5 decimal places. So we check. R sub 4 of x in absolute value is less than or equal to 1 over 5 factorial times, well, x minus a. Guess what x minus a is? That's right, 38 degrees times pi over 180 degrees minus pi over 6, and that is to be taken to the 5th power. And this is the result of work that we did in video 11.11b. This, as a calculator approximation, turns out to be 0.000000442. And so the error is less than 0.00001. But now the question is r sub 4 overkill? Well, r sub 3 of x with 4s in place of the 5s that we just saw gives us a value of 0.0000159. This is not within the desired accuracy. So this error is too big. Therefore, yes, r sub 4 has the right remainder, and so yes, t sub 4 is the right Taylor polynomial. So the expression that we had above, t sub 4 of x, with all of those terms being replaced, with x minus a being replaced by 38 degrees times pi over 180 degrees minus pi over 6, turns out to give us an approximation that the sine of 38 degrees is approximately 0.61566. I'm only going to write 5 decimal places because that's what we were asked for. There's the approximation. Word to the wise, be oh so careful with the calculator.